This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Wednesday, December 17th. First up, 3 podcasting trends we see from surveying 66,000 podcast consumers in 2025. Over 2025, Signal Hill Insights has surveyed over 29% more media consumers than last year, reaching 86,000 total. Looking back over the year's research, President Paul Riesmandale collects 3 big ones worth remembering. I'm only going to spoil the last one for you, as it's a big lesson worth remembering. Expect surprises. Smart TVs have become the second most used device for podcast consumption with weekly podcast consumers. French-Canadian podcast consumption bounced back from a 1-year decline to hit a new all-time high. And the political identity of the average U.S. podcast consumer flipped from 2024, likely due to politically charged influencers with podcasts doing a good job at evangelizing the concept of podcasting to their audience, not just their own specific podcast. Next up, this isn't the old pre-roll world. YouTube has been talking TV, and now it's selling that way. Marketers report the vibe of YouTube ad sales pitches have shifted in recent months, fine-tuned to a specific target, advertisers specializing in television. According to Crystal Scanlon at Digiday, the TV ad business is built around the premise that big spending means big perks, something YouTube has leaned into with their VIP, that's Video Incentives Program, offering. Credits, price advantages, and exclusive direct access to top YouTube creators for custom content. The big play button is acting like it functionally is. Television for a good chunk of the country. Next up, podcasters love YouTube. That's making podcast advertising less predictable. The Wall Street Journal looks at a new white paper from Oxford Road and Podscribe. Video podcasting's growth has been undeniable, including the Creators 2025 finding that 71% of U.S. podcast creators now incorporate video into their production. Chief among the findings in the new Oxford Road and Podscribe report find YouTube views prove to be 18 to 25% less effective at converting than an audio download, which makes sense given as June of this year, YouTube has become a tricky environment for the classic host-read ad or sponsored segment when you implement them into a video because of the new skip commonly skipped segment feature for premium users. While the 30-second ad skip button has haunted audio podcasting for decades, YouTube Premium viewers can simply tap the remote twice to skip the exact length of any baked-in ad. The Rethinking YouTube white paper from Oxford Road comes with a 10-step action plan to protect ROI, chief finding among which is the advice that one should segment by platform. RSS downloads and YouTube views do not perform one-to-one and should not be treated as such. And for a final top story, podcasting and audio given seat at the Creative Industries Council following Audio UK campaign. This is a fun follow-up to a bit of political action I covered earlier this year. Back in October, Audio UK led a lobbying campaign collecting the support of over 400 UK-based audio companies and businesses that delivered an open letter to the government urging digital audio be recognized as a core UK creative industry. British-made film, music, TV, fashion, and more have all been enshrined with special protections and support from the Creative Industries Council. But after this fall's campaign, the CIC is now formally granting podcasting and audio a dedicated seat on that council, filled by Audio UK CEO Chloe Straw. As for the rest of the news, a new case study looks at how Blue Wire Podcasting used Magellan AI's platform to address pain points caused by Blue Wire's increased scale. On Air Fest has announced a slew of new guests and speakers for their February festival in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I'm talking a lot of guests. I couldn't list any because there are that many. Early bird ticket prices for On Air Fest in February run through January 5th. So if you want that discount, get it now. And finally, another case study for you. Right Side Up director Lindsay Piper Shaw shares a new study they ran with Fabric by Gerber Life, which tracked the brand's journey with podcast advertising since 2021. You can find links to every story I just talked about by clicking on the one link in your podcast show notes, which will take you to today's episode post on soundsprofitable.com. On the front page of Sounds Profitable, as always, you can find a sign up for the newsletter version of the download, which emails that directly to you every single day. As usual, the download is written and produced by myself, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final download daily of 2025.